I want to talk about Donald Trump, more about Donald Trump. In spite of all these people that are coming against Donald Trump, all the news media everywhere, and yet he's still the president because God want him there. There's a lot of people can't see that. Now I'm going to go to Daniel chapter 8 and verse 22. Now that being broken, whereas four stood up for its four kingdoms. That's the third beast that will come in. When four of them gonna stand up for their kingdom after the United States home be broken. There's a lot of people can't see that. They think it's gonna be the end time, complete end time when the United States home be broken. That's when probably the stock market gonna crash after they fight Iran. Donald Trump gonna break Iran horn. Bush broke Iraq horn. Donald Trump look like he's that mighty king what the Bible spoke about in Daniel chapter 11. He said in verse 23 say, I'm gonna read over in verse 22 where it said, now that being broken, whereas four stood up for his four kingdom, shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. See, not in the United States power. Four of them going to stand up for the kingdom after the United States horn be broken, but not in the United States power. See, that's what a lot of people won't be able to see. They can't see that. They can't understand that. But four of them will stand up for the kingdom. That's when the third beast come in with them four heads, the leopard. And saying verse 23 said, and in the latter time of their kingdoms, see, you're saying in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressor are come to the full. See, when the transgressor come to the full, all wickedness, homosexuality, all that stuff, same-sex marriage, it could go off, be around the world, and it's spreading more and more around the world, and they're teaching the children that they can be transgender, they can be a girl, a boy can be a girl can be a boy, all that. It's like in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why God destroyed the whole city, the women and the children, everybody. All right, it's in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentence shall stand up. See, it said in the latter time, pay attention what the Bible is saying. Saying the latter time of their kingdom. That means their kingdom will rule a while, the third beast. And then the Antichrist will come in, dark sentence shall stand up. That's the Antichrist, the false prophet. There's a lot of people can't see that. So if you pay attention to God's word, what he is saying, say in the latter time of their kingdom. That third beast will rule a while after the United States horn be broken. You have to pay attention. See, that's why the Lord said, take heed, let no man deceive you. And a lot of these prophets, false prophets, saying that the end is here now. That's why Jesus Christ talked about in Matthew chapter 24, when he said you see wars and rumors of wars and all that stuff, a man will be betraying one another and all that stuff, and you see the abomination that make it desolate. He went through the detail, but while we are now, our nation is rising against nation, in the beginning like of the persecution of the saints and all that, because he talk about next and where they'll deliver you up. They're like for homosexuality, you say it's wrong and different things, abortion is wrong and stuff like that. They will persecute, and that's starting to happen now. That's what a lot of people can't see. And a lot of other nations, they're throwing people in jail and killing them and stuff like that. But this is where we are right now. But later on, we'll get to abomination that make it desolate. You know, that's when the last 3.5 years. But we're not there yet, you know, because it could be great persecution first of the saints before the abomination that make it desolate comes in. Because a lot of people can't see. But when a transgression come to its full, you know, then that king of fierce countenance, you know, shall stand up. It's the understanding of dark sentence shall stand up. You know, that's what I'm trying to show people. We're not there yet. That's why Jesus Christ said the end is not yet. You know, you see wars and rumors of war. This is what we're starting to see right now. Nation are turning against nation, just like the, you know, Britain are even turning against Theresa May, talking against Donald Trump. You know, a lot of all those leaders, because Donald Trump making Jerusalem the capital of Israel, and they're all speaking against Donald Trump. See, nation rising against nation right now. You know, kingdom against kingdom. The same people in our own country rising up against the leader of the country, of the leader of thy people. They be rising up against the leader. See, they're not supposed to be doing that, but that's what they are doing, because they done left God. You know, and the Bible tells you not to speak against the leader of thy people, of thy nation. But they do it anyway. You know, see how the news media are doing, how they be speaking against and causing the other nation to be speaking against Trump. But God wants Trump to be in that office to fulfill his will. That's what a lot of people can't see. You know, it say in verse 24, it say, and his power shall be mighty. He's talking about the false prophet, but not by his own power. You know, it's by the 10 horn, because he gonna make a league with those 10 horn, 10 king. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. You know, like the saints. You know, mighty so-called kings and stuff like that. Because he's going to be making war with a lot of nations. He's going to destroy the mighties and the saints. He'll be killing the saints. He's going to make all our war with the saints, like during that tribulation, great tribulation. This is what I'm trying to show people. But Donald Trump, God put Donald Trump, and that's why Donald Trump made Jerusalem the capital of Israel, and make those nations rise up against Jerusalem, you know, and fulfill his will for the end time. Because Jerusalem will go into captivity at the end time. And a lot of people can't see that. Now in Daniel chapter 11, and show you that I'm going to get through with this. Daniel chapter 11, and like I say in verse 2, it said, and now I will show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia, and the 4th shall be far richer than they all. See, we only have, the Bible is telling there going to be 3 kings in Persia, but the 4th one, we have 3 right now, but since from 9/11. But I think the 4th one come in after this king, you know, finish his term. The 4th one will come in. They may kick him out before. You never know, because the nation ought to be rising against the leader of their people. You know, that's just how it works. We don't know. But the 4th one will come in after he finishes his term or before. Then that's the one Donald Trump will fight. You know, God wanted him to still be in there. You know, that's the one he will fight. We're going to fight. Bush broke Iraq horn. Donald Trump will break Iran horn. Iran horn is yet to be broken. You know, if you read all Daniel chapter 8, you will understand. See, and he said, and the 4th shall be far richer than they all, and by his strength through his riches he shall stand up all against the realm of Grecia. You know, that's the United States now. And a mighty king shall stand up that shall rule with great dominion and do according to his will. See, that mighty king is Donald Trump. That's why he's doing according to his will. Just like he said, he will get out of the Paris Agreement. He got out of the Paris Agreement, just like he said, to make Jerusalem the capital of Israel, and that's what he did. And all those people coming against him for that. See, just like he said, he was going to get out of the Paris Agreement, and all those people came against him for that, and people can't see. You know, Donald Trump is doing according to his will. That's why the Bible says, "Mighty king shall stand up, that shall that shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will." It said, when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken. But after he fight Iran, his kingdom gonna be broken. You know, the United States probably gonna collapse. You know, then it's gonna, United States gonna collapse after they fight Iran. You know, people be looking for everything to collapse right now. But God want Donald Trump in that office to fulfill his will. Everything when God sets up king and he put down, but God want him there just like he did Nebuchadnezzar. God wanted Nebuchadnezzar to be in that office to punish his people because they had sinned against God. You know, that's what I'll be trying to show y'all about scripture, so y'all can get an understanding. You know, but God want the mighty king shall stand up and said, and do according to his will. And when he shall stand, verse 4 says, when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken and shall be divided toward the four winds of heaven, and not to his prosperity, nor according to his dominion which he ruled. For his kingdom shall be plucked up, even for others besides those. See, his kingdom will be plucked up for others besides the one he had with him. See, for the third beast, he had 4 heads, you know, and they're gonna have their own people with them, you know. Just like all those kingdoms, you know, they had rule, they had kings following them, other little kings that followed them, you know. But that's where his kingdom will be plucked up, you know. Plucked up, I mean, he ain't gonna have no more authority in the world. Maybe war here, you know, just like a rock horn was broken. And that's why they had a rock horn, they had no more authority in their government, and the government are halfway dismantled. You know, that's what I've been trying to show y'all. But that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. You know, Donald Trump is that mighty king. God want him there. You know, just like Nebuchadnezzar. If God want to get rid of him, he can get rid of him. You know, anytime he want. But if you want a man in that office, he's going to be there. No matter about what the people say or what they do or anything. God rules in the kingdom of man. I tell you that in Daniel. You read Daniel, I think in chapter 4, it will tell you. God rules in the kingdom of men. Thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of his word. Thank you.